So Williams UCHEMBA posted something about marrying not marrying a man who is, doesn't have a job or something. And then someone in the comments said, also don't marry a woman that doesn't have a job. Nobody wants to be with a liability. And people started responding to him that it's not the same thing. And actually, it's not the same thing. If you go through time, most women started to work because they wanted to contribute to family income. And some women started to work because of women liberation and all that. But initially, it was always the men who would do the working, and men were actually even cooks. There's this movie I watched last year, Delicieux. If you see it, men were cooks, and it was strange to see a woman in the kitchen. So men were doing most of the work. So nowadays, if your wife is working, it's either she's working to contribute to support you, or she's working because she just loves the idea of building her own career and having her own. But is it okay if I say if your woman is working hard, if your woman is necessarily working hard for the family, it's because she's doing it to help you, to support you. It means you could work harder. I'm also understanding. I had a talk with this guy some time ago, and I got to understand that many people do not really understand the social cultural context behind women's struggles, why women are poorer than men in the society. Now, many of them say, women are not poorer than men. They just have to sleep with somebody, they will have money. Look at the movie industry. There's only the women that are building houses and da, 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 da. Many people are not aware of the things that led those girls, those women to do those things. There is there is a structural discrimination against women in the workforce, and it still exists till today, till tomorrow. It is easier for a man to find his way in the society and succeed than for a woman to do that. There are so many limitations as a woman. Almost everybody they just want to sleep with you. And apart from that, so many laws restrict and limit women, not just in Nigeria, everywhere. So there's always been this structure, men here, women here, or even lower. That's how it has always been. So you saying you want your wife to equally be supporting leaving home with you, it's a struggle for her. Some women are going to succeed at what they do, but trust me, women work twice or three times, four times as hard to get as far as a man would if he put in the same effort. Okay? So it's like, let me just use the father and child dynamic. It's like asking your child, what do you bring to the table? When you know that the child's privileges in the society are like this, and your male privilege is like this, and you're telling your child or your wife to bring the same thing to the table. Use your privileges. You're supposed to be the man. See, I believe in all men are created equal. You get, but I also understand that in all fairness, if your wife is cooking, cleaning, if your wife is raising kids, to leave alone self and be cleaning your house, you don't know how hard it is. Then you're now cleaning 5 children or even 1 child, feeding, watching, making sure the child does not go astray and choke hand inside the socket and shock. Doing all that at the same time, you come home from work, your children are still alive. You don't know what your wife has done for you. And saying what she should not be jobless. The reason why women should not marry a man that doesn't have a job for me is because his ego, he might want to hide and pretend, but his ego will be affected by your success. Even if now 1 naira you did make for work, his ego will be affected by it. He'll feel somehow to take things from you, the gifts and all that. He will feel a little emasculated. But maybe when you tell him, honey, I've been in the office, you didn't even wash the dishes, that the way that thing sounds, you have to come back from work and do all these things again. One day you will say it. That's why they say if woman help man, you must hear her. Because if his ego is affected, you will have to start recounting what you've done that makes it difficult for you to also be useful at home or in other areas. And whereas for men, when men go out to work, they just come back and eat food and shower. Whereas when women go out to work, they still have to come back and be full-time house workers. So no, it's not the same thing. Marrying a man that doesn't have a job is not the same thing as marrying a woman that doesn't have a job. A woman doesn't have a job. The only time that she will feel some type of way is if you don't provide, you put her down verbally, you insult her, abuse her. But a man that doesn't have a job that you marry, the woman will cry. The woman will go out in the world and still face that systemic discrimination that exists. She will still come back struggling, come back to a man who has male privileges. It's like the whole black and white thing, like a black man and a black roommate and a white roommate, and then the white roommate is expecting the black roommate to pull as much weight. It's not possible. The society doesn't give us the same playing field. It doesn't give us the same playing field. So if the black guy is succeeding or if the wife is succeeding, it is out of a lot of struggle and tactic. So you have to, there's no point trying to compare a woman marrying a man that doesn't have a job and the man marrying a woman that doesn't have a job. Man marrying a woman that doesn't have a job is a husband. That's how it has always been. That's how it has always been. Now because money no day, the man no get enough money, then make the woman start to work, or because women have decided to start having careers. Some women just love, some women just love housekeeping, taking care of children, managing a home. A home is a complete whole business to run. And some women just love that as much as some women love marketing, business development, web development, software development, and oil and gas. Some women love running homes just as much. So if you're a man and you love running a home just as much and you're comfortable with it, then a woman that has a job can marry you and you guys will just share the tasks like that. Otherwise, marry a man that has something that gives him joy and fulfillment, status and money, because men love that respect, whether it is inside the house or outside the house. Marry a man that feels fulfilled. He has the joy, he has the status, he has the money, because it will contribute to your happiness. Do you understand? Even if it's all you're starting together, that kind of story, as long as you people are both happy. Because in the end, if one person is secretly beefing the other person, can never be well with that home. No matter what the pastor says. I'm not even joking. Take care. And please remember that it's not the same thing. Bye.